Next speaker, Dr. Maria Helen Grace Perez Florentino is an aesthetic medicine and lifestyle medicine specialist with over 15 years of experience in age management, skin rejuvenation, and minimally invasive aesthetic procedures. Since 2022, she has expanded her practice to lifestyle medicine and evidence-based obesity management, earning SCOPE certification in 2026 through the World Obesity Federation. Her work integrates aesthetic treatment and metabolic health optimization and lifestyle interventions. Alam, hindi nyo po alam kung gaano kahirap basahin yun. Emphasizing improved clinical outcomes, long-term durability, and patient-centered care. She currently serves as partner physician for obesity and metabolic health at Jan Medical Group or in BGC and Quezon City, and practices Care Center by Carol T. Also at Fidel Mundo Medical Center and Recuenco General Hospital. She is a Quezon City chapter leader and fellow of PAAAMMI or PAMI, if I may, diplomate of both the Philippine College of Lifestyle Medicine and the Philippine College of Hospital Administrators, and recipient of the 2025 PCLM President's Choice Award for Leadership and Service. Brothers and sisters, let's welcome on stage Dr. Helen Grace Florentino. Perez Florentino.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Sweet Perez Florentino. So here in Lord's Flock, they know me as Dr. Sweet. So it's very nice to be back. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share what I know about health and wellness. As you can see here in the background, my favorite organ is the largest organ of the body. And what is it? It's the skin. So that's what I do. I do aesthetic medicine, dermatology. I treat diseases like acne, dermatitis, allergy, and then I do aesthetic procedures like Botox, facial rejuvenation. So my talk now it seems it's something light. And to summarize, I want also to acknowledge the three speakers earlier. So you made my lecture now very light because I'm going to summarize the four. And here, so this is what I love to do, no? And for this afternoon, sa akin pala yung clicker. For this afternoon, my lecture is about beyond skincare. Although it's about dermatology, about skin, I will lecture about what is beyond skincare, lifestyle medicine for longevity, and radiant health. So my objectives for this afternoon is to help you understand that healthy skin and true beauty come from overall health, not just from skincare products or regimen or treatments. I will share how everyday habits affect the way we look, the way we feel, and age, including our energy levels, skin health, and well-being. We will also discover the 6 lifestyle habits and recognize simple daily choices that can improve both health and appearance over time. And hopefully by the end of this lecture, you will be inspired to start small lifestyle changes that support long-term health and vitality and healthy aging. So first, what does radiant health mean? Ano ba yung radiant health? When you hear the word radiant, what comes to mind? So mostly when I ask this, the answer is it's clear skin. Like what you see in the slide deck, diba? It's beautiful, it radiates, it's dewy. But Radiant Health is more than that. Radiant Health is more than clear skin. Radiant Health is about being energetic. Radiant Health means you are able to finish the day without feeling tired or exhausted. Kayang-kaya niyong matapos yung araw, and you are confident that not just because you feel that you look beautiful, but you are confident that you are well, inside and out. You have the strength, not just the physical strength, but also you have the strength mentally and emotionally that you'll be able to serve your family, to do your work, to serve the community. And lastly, you have the longevity. This was discussed earlier by Doctora, no? Longevity is not just living long, but living well with a very good quality of life, with vitality, meron kayong lakas, and of course, especially for the seniors here, can I see a raise of hands who are already seniors? Yan. So, though the lifestyle medicine, the pillars have already been beautifully discussed earlier, I will give some practical tips, no, for you to be able to age gracefully. That's what we want, to be able to age healthfully and with dignity. When I say dignity, what is important there is that kahit tumatanda na po tayo po ay independent, kaya nating mabuhay mag-isa without too much being dependent on our children. We can still work, we can still enjoy life. So that is Radiant Health. So, before I move on to the lifestyle medicine, when I say skincare, ano po ang unang-unang pumapasok sa isip? Kayo po ba, kahit mga seniors, may skincare routine pa kayo? Yes, because that makes us feel beautiful and confident. But here, when you say skincare, the first thing that comes to mind is mga nilalagay natin sa face, di ba? Like, paano ba, doktora, paano? Ang daming mga steps, ang daming nilalagay, toners, creams, serum. The secret there is to apply the thinnest to the thickest. So, kasi yung iba, di ba, meron silang mga Korean skincare, ang dami-daming pinapatong. So, ang important lang dito sa skincare is that you have to moisturize, and your sunscreen is very important, especially now it's already summer. And of course, facials, procedures, well, that's my bread and butter being a derma. But you know, I just want to share that even though your skincare are very expensive, maaring galing pa yan sa Japan or Korean skincare because we want dewy skin, no matter how expensive it is, it will not work well if what is inside, kung ano yung health ninyo, it reflects, the health inside reflects on your skin. Okay, so it's very important na you are healthy inside and out. Okay? There are some patients pupunta sa amin, magpapa-botox, gusto nila facial rejuvenation, pero later on sasabihin Doc, bakit naman hanggang 3 months bumalik na kagad yung wrinkles ko? Yung pala, after mga thorough history, that patient is a smoker. So, it really reflects the skin, your daily choices, your daily practice. The biology of aging. Aging has been discussed earlier by Doctora, but here I just want to show what aging is. Physically, it involves collagen loss, hormonal shifts, oxidative stress, and chronic inflammation. Scary yung terms, medical terms. So, let me discuss it briefly. So, collagen. Why is collagen important? For us women, women lose approximately 1% collagen per year after age 30. Our collagen is important because it is the main structural protein of our tissue. So, nandito si Architect Dinky, si Architect Star, si Architect Carlos. So, di ba, ang collagen, it's like a scaffolding. Siya yung parang, what is scaffolding in Tagalog? Parang siya yung nagtatayo doon sa skin. Support, yeah. That's the support, no, of the skin. Pero tayo, as we age, nawawala na yung scaffolding na yon, nasisira na. Kung makikita po ninyo, 1% collagen per year ang nawawala sa atin. But, did you know na kapag nag-menopause na, 30% ang collagen loss sa mga babae. And then, after 2 years, yearly 2% na. Compared sa mga men, ang collagen loss is steady. It's just 1% per year. So, kaya ang reason, minsan, mas mabilis talaga tayong tumanda compared sa mga guys. So, collagen is important because it affects skin firmness, it affects our wrinkles, and akala nyo ba the collagen is just for the face? No. Collagen is also important because it also is a support for our joints, for our ligaments, for tissue health. So paminsan kapag pag tumatanda na tayo at nawawala yung collagen, ano ang sumasakit? Pati mga tuhod, paggising sa umaga, masakit na rin ang balikat, no? It's because of collagen loss. Next, hormones and skin. Hormones is very important also. Especially tayong mga babae, pag dumating na puberty, menstruation, menopause, no? Pag nagme-menopause na, naaapektuhan yung estrogen levels natin. Estrogen is very important for skin hydration, collagen production, wound healing, and the hormonal shifts affect the skin quality. Kaya kung makikita ninyo, paminsan you have dry skin or nagkakaroon ng mga acne breakouts. May nag-acne pa ba dito ngayon sa group natin? Oy, may mga bata pa. So, hormonal also affects aging. Again, sa ating mga babae, once we have reached menopause, bumibilis ang aging process. And lastly, this is inflammation and aging. When I say inflammation, it's a chronic low-grade inflammation. Meaning, it's like a sugat na, parang pag may sugat, di ba, na fresh na sugat na hindi gumagaling, maliit na sugat na hindi gumagaling, sa atin, it's a chronic low-grade inflammation na nangyayari sa loob ng katawan natin. Kapag merong namamaga sa loob ng katawan natin, it accelerates skin aging. Maaring itong inflammation na ito, hindi ito nakikita ng visible eye, but it's something that we feel. And it just doesn't affect the skin. It also affects and produces metabolic diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, obesity, kidney disease. And malalaman din ninyo, one factor is also madali kayong mapagod. Okay? So, these factors that I have mentioned affects aging. And that is where lifestyle medicine comes in. Doctora already discussed beautifully some of the pillars of lifestyle medicine. Lifestyle medicine, it's a new new medicine, no, under the Philippine Academy of Family Physician. Here in lifestyle medicine, we focus on prevention rather than cure. So we partner with cardiologists, with different specialties, especially in hypertension and then in diabetes. Na-mention kanina ni Sister Marie that we use clinical guidelines in treating patients. Lifestyle medicine, in all the clinical guidelines, the first one is lifestyle medicine. Before giving medicines, yung mga amlodipine ninyo for hypertension when you are first diagnosed, we try first the lifestyle medicine approach. And what are these pillars? So here, I just want to show why lifestyle matters in dermatology. Na-mention na din ito kanina. Majority of the diseases are genetics. But please remember that genetics is just 20%. We have the 80% to work on para mabago ang lahat, no? Even the hypertension, the diabetes. Yes, maaring namana ninyo ito sa mga magulang, but it can still be reversed. You have the choice to live healthy through lifestyle and lifestyle habits. So this can also be practiced in dermatology. Visible skin aging is directly linked to lifestyle choices, environmental factors, and not just genetics. So here, kanina na-mention na itong mga pillars, no? 5 pillars, but in lifestyle medicine, we have 7. We have healthy nutrition, movement or exercise, stress management, restorative sleep, avoidance of risky substances, 6, avoidance of risky substances and social connection. So what I will do now is just to give practical tips and to highlight also the lecture earlier. So healthy nutrition, what our patients, sinasabi namin mga derma is, what our patients eat show up in their skin. So high sugar load accelerates glycation. So ang ibig sabihin nito, again, it's the sugar. So, the sugar, kapag mahilig kayong kumain ng mga matatamis, no, that sugar will attach to the collagen. And it will stiffen the collagen. So, yan ang tawag ay glycation. So, ito ang nagpapa-age sa atin. Okay? And here in the dietary guidelines, previously, kung makikita ninyo, may dalawang triangle. The other one is the inverted triangle. Previously, the old food pyramid, ganyan po. Ang number 1 sa ilalim is carbohydrates. But now, in the inverted triangle, as you can see, nandoon ay mga real food or proteins, especially for the elderly. We encourage you to eat more of the proteins and less of the carbohydrates. Yes, carbohydrates will give you the energy, but sa atin po na nag-age, kailangan po natin ng proteins. Why? Because as we age, we lose our muscle mass. And this muscle mass, at least 1% then per year. Ang muscle is very important because ito po ang tutulong para magkaroon tayo ng insulin sensitivity. Paminsan, kaya pag tayo na po ay nag-age, tumataas ang blood sugar, nagiging insulin resistant tayo because nawawala na yung muscle sa katawan natin. So very important po yan. So in order to protect that muscle, we need to eat more of the proteins. So when I say proteins, ano-ano yung mga proteins? Egg is very important. Meat is important also, but please, para po sa atin, in lifestyle medicine, actually, we advocate plant-based. But again, it's very hard to eat all plants, di ba? So when you're gonna eat meat, choose the lean meat, the white meat, the breast part, yung mga mahirap nguyain. But very important, at least 120 grams of protein a day. You have to, in order to stimulate the development of your muscle. Kahit na po tayo ay matanda na, kailangan po, nag-grow pa rin ang muscle first with nutrition. So how do you achieve the 120 grams of protein? Ang hirap naman, naka-OMAD ako. OMAD is 1 meal a day. Meron ba nakaganon dito? OMAD. Sometimes. Okay, but you have to reach your 120 grams. So, ang secret dyan is palm size. The palm size of meat is about 30 or 40 grams. 30 or 40 grams. So, magko-compute kayo talaga. Egg is about 8 grams lang a day. Other sources of protein, tofu, yan, no? Chicken meat, plants are also, no? Vegetables are also good sources of protein. Nutrients that supports skin. So very important sa atin na nagtitake din tayo ng mga supplements. So vitamin C is important. Omega-3 fatty acid is important for inflammation. Zinc is important to protect us from viral diseases, and polyphenols. So polyphenols, these are good also for our skin. Next is physical activity. So again, na-mention na ito kanina. But what I want to highlight here is, yes, it's 150 minutes a week. That's the minimum. But very important again for us, other than cardio, when I say cardio, it's running, it's walking, dancing, Zumba. But very important is strength training. Again, it is, the strength training will help build the muscle. No, very important po ito. When you exercise, it will improve microcirculation. Ito po yung blood flow. When there's improved blood flow, there will also be good nutrient support, efficient healing, no? And it will improve insulin sensitivity. Very important ang insulin sensitivity para bumaba ang ating blood sugar. And sleep, restorative sleep, 7 to 9 hours, na-mention ito. But, naririnig ko kasi kanina, especially for those who are menopausal or post-menopausal, oo nga, sabi ng 6 to 7 hours of sleep. Pero paano nga, nagigising nga kami. So, what do we do? So these are some strategies that I want to share. I just want to make it practical. Number 1, no caffeine after 2 p.m. Dinagdagan ko na nga, dapat sasabihin ko 1 eh. Bawal na yung kape. Kasi mas stimulate talaga yung, madidisrupt yung sleep. Very important, kapag gising ninyo sa umaga, magpa-araw na kayo kaagad. Magpakita kayo sa araw so that it will also stimulate the melatonin. May sinasabi kasi kami na circadian rhythm. Kailangan, pare-parehas din ang oras ng pagtulog ninyo at oras ng paggising para hindi nalilito yung body natin, no? When to sleep and when to wake up. And then you should have a ritual at night to help relax your body. Like pagdating ninyo, mag-wind down, mag-shower, umupo sa kama, mag-music ng kaunti. pero not too much on the cellphone because cellphone emits blue light. Sasabihin mo sa akin, doktora, yung cellphone ko yung pampatulog ko eh. Hindi, madidisrupt pa rin yung sleep ninyo because the blue light will affect your melatonin level. Aakalain ng brain mo, umaga ulit. Imbis na tumataas na yung melatonin level is what makes you sleepy. Imbis na pataas na siya, pagtingin ninyo sa cellphone ninyo, blue light, nag-emit siya. So, again, magigising na naman kayo, magiging disrupted yan. What are some vitamins or you can take on magnesium, glycinate in order to stimulate your sleep, GABA, no? So, yan yung mga few supplements that you can take to stimulate your sleep. And then another thing is the stress management. This has been highlighted already by Dr. Marie. And the substance control. This is the smoking, cessation, alcohol. The smoking has been dealt with by Dr. Grace. And lastly, social connection. So if you can see here, connections and relationships profoundly impact our physical, mental, and emotional health. So what you are doing here in Lord's Flock is also part of lifestyle medicine. Research indicates that strong social connections are the most important predictor of human happiness and longevity. Kaya pala bumabata ang mga nasa Lord's Flock. So that is the secret. Even brief, positive social interactions can improve health measures such as blood pressure and heart rate. So aside sa tinuro ni Dr. Marie earlier, no, brief social interactions, kapag feeling ninyo hina-high blood kayo, no, tawagan ninyo or makipag-uusap kayo sa mga sisters and brothers and interact with the people that you love. All right, so the real drivers of skin health, your skin reflects nutrition, kung ano yung kinakain, nakikita po yan sa mga balat natin, okay? The sleep quality, the stress level, hormonal balance, inflammation, and lifestyle habits. So this might be, alam nyo na to eh, alam na natin to lahat. But you know, brothers and sisters, this is quite difficult to do. Sinasabi nga sa akin ng ibang mga fellow doctors ko, lifestyle medicine is quite difficult because this is behavior change. Natutunan na kasi natin ito, so ang hirap i-undo. Okay? But for us, small changes for big impact. Pwede tayo to start small. Just identify kung saan kayo muna mag-focus. Ako, if you were to ask me, what will I focus on? I will focus on sleep. That is the most important thing because kapag tayo po ay natulog ng masarap, nare-recharge tayo. Lahat ng mga cells, yung mga damaged cells natin, na-stimulate, nagiging healthy when we sleep well, okay? So habits are like seeds and the fruit doesn't appear overnight. So it's very important that we progress, no? Practice natin unti-unti. Our key takeaways from this afternoon is healthy skin starts from within. Daily habits influence how we age. Small habits create big results. And protect your skin early sa mga bata pa dito. Okay, moisturize, sunscreen. Longevity is a lifestyle and radiance is the result of balance. So, plug ko na rin. These are my clinic. If you want to visit me, I am practicing at Fidel Mundo Medical Center, Banawe. Care Center by Carol T. Cubao. If you are from Taguig, we have Recuenco General Hospital. And I also do obesity medicine for those who are fat and who wants to lose weight. I'm working at John Medical Group, both in Biak na Bato and in BGC. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sweet.